right, what's up, everybody? Welcome to this episode of Bullets, Barbells, and Barbecue. I'm your host, Brett. I have Chris, the artist formerly known as Heavy C. Matt's not here. Womp, womp.
Loser.
And we have Tanner the Head. We were just talking about your helmet the other day.
Oh, were you?
Yeah, we were wondering if you go somewhere, like to go like rafting, do they have to like check to make sure your personal helmet meets like safety standards?
I don't know if you've ever been on those places. They're not really that worried about it.
No, I've been whitewater rafting before.
They don't really care.
They're just like a bunch of stoners.
They are a bunch of stoners.
And that's fine. They're good at it, though.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, they're experts in their field. They're just
We
stoners.
did the...
Why don't you just buy a beanie that looks like a helmet? Anybody would know, since they don't really care.
Here's how I know they don't care, is that there's been more than one time where I've had to put on their helmet, and they take all the padding out of the inside of it so it fits, so I just have a plastic bucket on my head.
You should just have a Homer bucket from Home Depot and put on your head.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we did the, whatever, how do you say it, the Poudre River in Colorado. And it's impressive, those guys.
You say pooter?
How do you say it? Is it the Poudre River? Poudre River?
It sounded like you said pooter.
Either way. But those guys, we were doing it, and it's impressive because they'll be like, left front, row twice, back right, row once, and you'll just like weave right around like a rock or whatever. I mean, it's fucking pretty impressive.
We went one time and they're like, okay, when we go to this rock, we have to do this, this, and this. And we ended up going up up this rock backwards because we all did it wrong apparently, and then came back off and had to go around. Yeah, it was pretty interesting.
Was that in Colorado?
Yeah.
So you've seen those like Surf Colorado bumper stickers?
Yeah.
Did you guys surf while you were doing it?
No.
So apparently surf, like at least what the guy told us is we went over like a little rapid, and then he has you turn around and you go into the rapid. And then it gets to the point where the raft will stay there, and he's basically in the back anchoring it. So you're like surfing the rapid.
Oh, yeah.
And he was like, that's your like surfing in Colorado.
We have done that. I didn't know that was what it was
I guess
called.
that's because I was like, I don't understand these like Surf Colorado fucking bumper stickers. But yeah, so yeah, we were talking about your helmet the other day. So we were wondering how that really.
Can you swim?
Yes. Ish.
I just think it would be scary if you couldn't swim and you went whitewater rafting.
But they tell you not to try to swim. They say don't try to swim.
You
really?
Don't try and stand up because you get your foot stuck
They say
in a
kind of
rock.
do your rock shocks, like pull your knees up
Yep.
and kind of rock shock it. And then they have you practice like if you had to pull someone into the boat.
Yep.
Because don't you dunk them first and then pull them? Because it gets all the air out of the life jacket.
Yep.
So you literally like drown them first and then pull them up. But because I know my mom said that. She's like, but you can't swim. And I was like, they told me not to.
I have a life jacket.
Yeah.
I can swim. I don't enjoy the water. I don't like it.
Yeah.
We went.
I cannot swim at all.
When we were in Mexico, we went in one of those, what is a cenote, like an underwater water cave. And we were back in there a ways. And I was kind of freaking out. Like, couldn't see the light. Freaking hitting my head on the top of the cave. They're freaking.
Well, obviously with a head like that.
Yeah. There are bats flying around. Oh, I didn't have a helmet on either.
Oof.
Just, yeah. Bats flying around. And as soon as I'm like, okay. I was like, are we close? He's like, oh yeah, we're done. I was like, where's the exit? And I freaking took off swimming. And I looked back and they're like 2/3 of the way back. They're like, you're Michael Phelps. I was like, no, I just wanted to get the hell out of here.
Yeah, I don't
like the water.
I don't really care about water that much.
No. The ocean's scary. Everything in there wants to eat you.
Well, I know. I remember like back in the day when I'd be like, oh, I can't swim. Like, yeah, but what if you went to the ocean? I was like, who the fuck is swimming in the ocean? Nobody's out there like, oh, you guys want to go for a swim this morning against like massive current and maybe sharks? Cool.
If I'm ever in the ocean and I'm past waist deep, you should come get me because something went wrong.
Yeah, I might go out to like nippy deep, but that's it.
Yeah. No, I'm probably not nippy deep.
Yeah.
I can swim, but I've never actually swam in the ocean. I don't really like the ocean either.
No, it's scary.
It's vast. It is vast. And like you could be walking and it just drops out from underneath you.
Yeah, well, I went to Florida a long time ago. I'm on the beach and I'm like tootling around, looking back out there about waist deep. All of a sudden, I'm looking towards the beach, not at the water, which is a mistake. And then the water goes away, and I was waist deep. Now it's like ankle deep, and I'm like, that's weird. Then I just get crushed by this wave, and I'm like buried into the sand. I go, well, that was not cool. I'm done being out. It was super scary. I'm done being out here.
I remember the first time we went to Mexico, we ran down. I was like pumped because it was like first time we'd been to the ocean. So we all just like, we're like, yeah, cool. We like run into the ocean. We don't see like the flags. They put out the flags where it's like, don't go in the water.
Yeah.
Like, And we're all in the water. We're like, oh man, what is burning? I think there's like a bunch of jellyfish out there or something, but
or
bad algae or whatever. Yeah. I don't know. We were all like, oh, what the fuck? And then we're like, oh, there's like a flag, and they tell you like if you should go or
and then you guys all had to pee on each other.
No, only one of them I think was our friend's like brother got to get peed on.
Did he pay extra for that, or was it?
I didn't do it. I don't know. He might have found a local.
Oh,
you know,
cool.
Exotic pee is probably different. it's like eating local honey.
Yeah.
we're gonna need local pee.
Oh, it's like lime green.
Yeah.
It's not, my leg's not burning anymore though.
Or one of Amber's friends were like, they were on their honeymoon and they were like in the water and went to climb on a rock and like fucking put his hand like on a sea urchin.
Ooh,
Not about that life. There's too many things unknown about the ocean.
Yeah,
It's like a black hole on Earth.
Yeah, we know more about space and the ocean, so I'm not going in there.
Have you seen where they do that, like the animated video of like going through the ocean, like how deep it is in certain places?
Yeah.
Bro. Like they're showing like the Empire State Building, like completely submerged in water.
That's not even the deep part.
No, that's not even the deep part.
Easily.
Yeah. Yeah. It gets bad deep.
So they were tracking some like great white sharks off the East Coast, and they had a tracker on one, and the great white sharks going way deeper, like just swimming, going deep, and then all of a sudden, like the tracker device disappears, and then it floats back up, and it's at the top. Like something just mauled the great white, ate it, spit out the tracker, and then it just went up.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put a camera on that guy next time.
Yeah, I am not fucking with the ocean. I'm pretty sure there are still megalodons.
Then there was that. How long ago was that? Now those people went in that submarine,
Oh yeah. What was it? 6 months now?
Yeah.
They tried to go in that trash can.
and then it imploded. I mean,
man, the batteries
that was a
went-
good idea.
The batteries went dead on the PlayStation controller again.
Yeah,
Yeah, they were driving that thing with the
yeah.
PlayStation controller.
you get in there,
I mean, it's
you
not
see
funny,
that, you're
but it's
probably
funny.
like, all right, I don't think this is a good idea. I'm not going to do this.
No, yeah. I'm not that fascinated about it.
So I was listening to Bezos talk. He was on Lex Friedman. It was the first time he'd ever done a long form podcast, and he went into space. And he was, I think, one of the first people. I think he went on the first aircraft that was it Blue Origin or Blue something.
Was that his?
It was his, yeah.
Yeah.
So he went first, and then he took his brother. He said it was a very odd conversation to have with his mom that, hey, we're going into space, and I'm taking your other son. But he's like, hey, if I didn't think it was safe enough, I wouldn't send anybody. So
We had that same conversation with my mom when the whole family went to the bar. She's like, you guys be careful. It's the whole family. I bet it was the same feeling.
We're all going to die at the bar. Yeah.
I bet it was, well, because somebody had to drive home. We talked about this last week, small towns. You got to find the least drunk driver. It's probably similar to going to space, going to the bar and then driving home. You probably feel like you're in space.
probably it's a really good comparison. There.
Yeah, I think it's probably pretty close. Anyway, we have our show partners.
Oh yeah, you forgot all about that.
Yeah, well, we're talking about Tanner's Head. Elite Nutrition Omaha, elitenutritionomaha.com. Use code B3 at checkout, or go to the store and yell B3.
Get a free shaker.
Yell super loud at Steve and you get 2.
Are you typing the minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rosewood Block. Check them out at rosewoodblock.com. They make the best cutting boards, completely customizable. Did you ever get yours yet?
No, I think it's like the end of January.
All right.
Oh man, they're backed up.
They're getting caught up from the Christmas hustle and bustle.
Well, she said, if you order one, she said, like, just be prepared. It takes about 13 weeks normally.
Oh, I've never waited that long, but you got to know people.
Yeah.
No, but they do great work, so it's worth the wait. Use code B3 at checkout.
And apparently say, Brett.
Maybe. I don't know.
I did say I know Brett. She said it was 20 weeks.
That makes sense. Well, because I had to push mine ahead of yours.
Yeah.
We had a question a couple weeks ago about if we did the NFL Combine, who would win what events?
What are the events again?
You have the 225 bench press for reps, the 3-cone drill. That's a side-to-side 3-cone drill. The broad jump, the vertical jump, and the 40. And we know Matt's not here, but we also know that the only event Matt would probably win is bench.
How many times can you bench 225?
It's been a long time. I think I did it like close to 30 before.
I've done like 29.
Yeah, I'm probably like 25 to 30 at the time.
No, not even close. Maybe
Yeah, so we knew Chris was out on that one, too.
15.
Were you going to hit
20.
one?
No, I can bench more than that, but I've never been able to do 30 reps of 225.
We did the bar one time for like 150 reps.
In a row?
Yeah. The worst part is though your hands go to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's something though. If you're bored, try it.
Why?
I think, like I said, because
You said if you're bored.
if you're bored, try it.
Yeah.
After you reach like the pinnacle, you know, you got to find things to do differently.
Listen, I've done it all. Okay, done it all. I'm just bored out here, just benching the bar. You know, because I've done it all.
Yeah. I'm not about maximal weight, I'm about maximal reps. Okay.
It's about the figure.
Yeah.
How about the
So I think, well, at least Matt would have a good shot at 225 bench.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But I think the only thing that maybe his limiting factor is whether his shoulders hold up for 29 reps.
Or if he passes out. I think he passes out inclining sometimes.
Oh,
So, I mean,
that'd
that's
be fun.
Yeah, that's health. But otherwise, I don't know. The 40? This is, okay, so we were trying to decide if we should have a week of prep or 2 weeks of prep. I don't think this is like we're going to do this tomorrow.
No, I think you're going to need 2 weeks. Like to sprint, I just think that, because you should at least start like jog a little bit first.
I don't know if it's the jog. I think it's actually just like doing explosive movements.
Yeah, so
Just
you don't rip your hammy.
Yeah, because I don't think it's a conditioning thing. I don't think
No,
that's gonna
I'm
be
just
your
saying,
problem.
like, when was the last time you even ran?
I ran across to get the phone the other day at the gym.
What was your 40 time?
To get the phone?
9 seconds?
Oh, probably. I had an okay 40 time back in the day.
I never tried it, so I was super fat though, so I probably didn't have a very good time.
Just eternity.
Yeah, I'm just looking at it, start sweating. Somebody gets out a stopwatch, I get nervous. No.
But then they throw a couple Sammys down at the finish line.
Sammy's. No, we're talking
Donuts.
Pizza.
I'm gonna need some chocolate milk down there, some ice cream.
That's your decider, the chocolate milk.
Oh, they busted out the carton of chocolate milk.
Yeah, so I don't know. I think the sprint, I don't know.
Well, a couple years ago, I tried sprinting because I was like, oh man, I don't like running long distances, so I'll start sprinting. It didn't go so well. I even kind of built up to it a little bit, and I'm pretty sure my hamstring still isn't right 100% from it. But like Brett said before the podcast, he used to run sprint, but I never did. So I think you probably build up a little bit more of a.
Well, I think sprinting is like some people are naturally good. I think sprinting, some people are just like naturally like able to do.
I've always been a pretty decent sprinter.
Yeah, I think you're that's one of those things. I think you're either a sprinter or you're not.
Yeah.
And I don't know what classifies that. I just think that.
I think you can probably train it up a little bit.
Yeah.
No, you definitely can, but like you can tell kids, like high school kids who haven't abused the hell out of their bodies yet, and you can tell the kids who are sprinters from the kids who aren't.
Yeah.
And that's just pretty much like it's what you were born with. I'm not saying you can't take someone who's a bad sprinter and make them less bad. You can, but I don't think you can take a bad sprinter and make them a good sprinter.
Like it's almost like they have natural mechanics for it.
Yeah.
Like I didn't have to no one like taught me how to be a sprinter.
Like Molly, my 15-year-old, she's an awesome sprinter. Like she'd never even trained for it. They subbed her in for a 4x1 in like middle school track, and like she started off in last and ended up winning the thing. She just took off. I'm like, okay, well, you're a sprinter. Did not know that. And now she almost qualified for state as a freshman. She was like a 10th of a second off in the 100 and 200.
Wow.
Yeah.
What was her best 100 time? Kids are so fast now these days, though.
I know she's 12.
Wow.
I don't know. I have it on my phone, but I know she was 12, but I don't know if it was like 12-1 or.
They've just gotten so fast. I think my best 100 time was like an 11.4 or something like that.
Yeah. She's pretty quick, but with her, we can work on her start. We can work on, some other things and make her better. And you can definitely train someone to be a better sprinter, but I just don't think you can take someone who's bad and make them good.
Yeah. Yeah, so I don't know. That's actually a really tough one. The 3-cone drill is all like agility based.
Well, and it's cheater drill. Like you have to know how to do it.
Yeah.
Like you have to reach.
Joe DeFranco always had a really good video on how to do it.
You have to step with the right foot and hit the right hand to be able to turn. It's like if you step with the wrong foot or if you have like a little half step, you're screwed.
Yeah, it's a timing thing. And even like the 40, if you line up right for the 40, you can get, there's advantageous positions to line up.
Especially on the electronic timers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you can hold that laser as you're taking off.
Do you remember the guy that ran the 40 and his jock broke and his wiener was hanging out when he finished the run? Do you remember that? That was like not that many years ago.
It was on the combine.
Yeah. The guy was running the 40 and his wiener fell out.
Wasn't it live? I thought they.
Yeah, and then he like dove at the end. Like he
Yeah.
like dove down into the grass, and you could see him like putting his wiener back in his shorts.
Yeah. And he was a lineman or something, wasn't
Yeah,
he?
he was a big guy, but yeah. His wanker fell right out of his shorts. That's right.
I was going to say big guy, but it wouldn't be taken the wrong way. So
That's how he was taken. He was taking it.
Well, obviously, his underwear wasn't up to the task. So,
How are you at jumping, Chris?
we talked about this a little before too. I'd never really tried jumping far when I was trying to lose all that weight. I think the far or height wise, I would just do like 36-inch box jumps, but I was never really trying to like. You know what I mean? Like I never really was trying to get better at it, so I never really. I've always been better than most of people I know at jumping, but that's not exactly a great
High bar.
high bar to set. Yeah. So yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if I have a good answer for this though.
I used to, up until like, I haven't tried for a couple of years, but I used to be able to jump up and grab a rim with both hands. And that was within the last couple of years.
Yeah, he's gonna win the vertical then, because I can't double hand grab a rim.
I did try
Yeah, but how long ago was that?
within the last,
Oh, you said within the last couple of years.
I did make a fool out of myself. I tried to dunk with my son.
With like a palm size ball or like a full size.
A small ball.
Oh.
And I got up there and just stuffed the front of the rim pretty hard and ended up on my ass. My sons thought it was hilarious.
So you
but-
couldn't get a biddy ball over it? You had a with one
No,
hand?
it wasn't the little mini ball. It was like a girl's ball
Oh.
or like a youth ball. Like it was, because I can palm a regular basketball, but for some reason I can't jump it's harder to jump with a basketball in your hand. I don't have, there's some coordination.
Jumping was so. I remember watching a video on this a long time ago, and they talked about guys dunking, and some guys jump with 1 foot,
Yep.
and some guys jump with 2 feet
Well, I could 2 foot stand underneath
and grab it.
and grab it.
So if
but
you're
my
running-
1 foot,
are
my
you
1
running,
foot
are
wasn't
you-
that much better.
Because I think most, I could be wrong, but most people that dunk, when they're running, they're usually planting off 1 foot and jumping.
Yeah.
But so it's probably
They're athletic.
yeah. So, but you're saying you're just standing there and jumping up and grabbing,
Yeah.
it, not from a running start.
No. I was better. I've only ever dunked the ball one time, and it was a putback. Like it was hanging there, and I just pushed it through. Did that count?
I mean, I think I'll win the vertical then, because I can't jump up and grab a rim. I can't do that at all. The broad jump.
It's really far up there.
Yeah, the broad jump would be a weird. I don't know on that one either.
Yeah. We did a combine at CrossFit. This was like 6 years ago. I was a little over 10 feet. I think. Or right at 10 feet.
You think so?
I
That's a long ways to broad jump.
It was a long broad jump.
Are you sure?
well, it might be my buddy, and he he said I cheated, and I
Well, you probably
Didn't
did.
cheat.
But did you let your
You
head get
cheated.
forward to carry you?
yeah.
10 feet is a long ways.
I mean, I can go look it up to get the exact number.
That just seems like a long ways. Didn't that guy from Yukon like set the world record or something like that?
They're over 11 feet, I think.
And you think that you're a foot shorter than an NFL athlete?
Probably from the ceiling to like look right there is 8 feet because these are probably 4 foot tiles, right?
Yeah.
So, no, yeah, no, those are 1, 2. So that would be 8. I don't know. That's not that far.
It's not that far.
It's pretty far.
Well, I mean, at this point, it seems like Tanner's going to win the combine over here.
Yeah, they're over 12 feet at the NFL Combine. So yeah, I could be within 2 feet of them. I could bench what 99,
Well, that doesn't say anything.
what
Unless you're
99% of them can bench. So.
well, except the linemen. There's some good linemen in there.
that one lineman from Oregon hit it 49 times or something like that.
Yeah, and it's just like disgusting looking too when they do it.
But, okay, do we get to cheat like they do?
Yeah.
Are you bouncing it? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we're doing their rules.
Yeah.
I don't understand why that's even. I don't think the 225 bench press for that many reps really. I don't know. I just don't think it's that great of an exercise to do.
Do you know what I think it is? I think it's like, okay, are you going to put effort into trying to get better at this?
It's you're good at bench pressing 225 for a lot of reps. It isn't. I don't really think.
But like if you show up and you're a linebacker and you bench 9 times, they're like, well, A, you're a pussy, and B, you didn't even try to learn to like.
Yeah, that's probably more about what it is.
But I think it's got to be well rounded because you're making the linemen do broad jumps and vertical jumps. You know.
Yeah.
So where like they're getting just like destroyed by receivers and running backs, so you got to give something for the linemen to win.
They do a 185 combine or 185 bench at the NBA combine, and Kevin Durant I don't think could do it.
Yeah, I think I remember hearing that too. Yeah,
How embarrassing! I mean, in all fairness, he is benching all a very long ways, but it's 185.
Yeah, I don't know who would win. I mean, Tanner's got a good shot to win this whole thing.
How many of us are going to be injured afterwards?
There's 4 of us.
Matt for sure.
5.
Matt for sure, because if Matt's going to run,
Matt won't try and run.
it'll sit out.
Well, it'd be one of those things
Like a
where
brisk
like
walk. When he was talking about training for power walking.
yeah, we'll just jog this thing out so we don't pull anything.
Isn't there a professional way to power walk?
Yeah, he watched some videos on it
Like the
because he
guy,
had to do it. It's your hip sway.
Is that what it is?
So I had a friend, or I have a friend. He's almost 70 now, but he's done like Ironman triathlons, and he's a great swimmer and a good biker. But he's had 2 knee replacements. Like he's worn his body out, and so he just walks the marathon portion. It's a marathon or a half marathon at the Ironman, and he says he passes people walking that are running.
Like towards the end.
No. They get.
Wow.
Is he power walking?
He's power walking. Yeah, he's got that whole like mall walker butt sway thing going.
Yeah, there's some real technique.
But it's way less impact. And honestly, have you ran a half marathon?
No.
Have you?
Really.
Well, I've ran several.
I know. Every time you say that, it makes
7 miles, 15 miles?
13.1.
No.
and every time he says it, I just think less of him.
No.
So, but you'll see people on there that are in a running motion, but they're not like, you could definitely walk faster. They just don't want to walk because they think it's like less. They'll think less of themselves.
Yeah, I don't.
I had a pretty decent, I was like hour 50 something for.
What's even good? I don't even know what's good.
I have no idea either.
Well, I will tell you that like the world record for the full marathon is about what my half marathon time was.
Oh, good.
The world record for that full marathon, like it is crazy. They're running like sub 5-minute miles for 26.
Yeah. Once they made cars, I don't understand that.
Well, I mean, even when you started riding horses, I don't understand it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think the combine probably goes to Tanner.
yeah, it sounds like it.
More than likely.
Winner.
Wiener.
Yeah. I'll give him it. That's fine.
What
was your
other questions?
Well, I don't know. We don't have any other runs, but what was your guys' favorite holiday food you had? Made or had?
So I made some like fried chicken bites, and Molly, my 15-year-old, we figured out that with all the leftovers, we were putting them in the air fryer, and we had Hawaiian rolls, and like
King's Hawaiian, like actual.
yeah,
Oh, good.
we had King's Hawaiian rolls, and like that, a little bit of mayonnaise and a pickle. Like we were having Chick-fil-A all week. Like it was freaking great.
That works. So
So, do you guys fry chicken at all?
not very. No.
I fry chicken probably more often than I should. I enjoy it. But so like I found a really good recipe. Like it's a pretty like flavorful, like dry, so flour and a bunch of seasonings. But then in the egg, so it's egg and buttermilk. But then I put Cholula in it,
Oh, sure.
and then went back to the flour and fried it up, and they were so freaking good.
You double fried or?
No, single fry.
That's your favorite holiday food?
Well, my wife makes so many desserts that are good, but
She did make some good kolaches.
Those kolaches were good.
yeah, that was her first time trying.
Them sausage ones were good.
It was, yeah.
I mean, the fruit ones are good. The sausage ones were.
Yeah, I can't remember. You said what'd you say you do for one of the sausage biscuits or sausage kolaches?
What'd I say I would do?
Yeah, you're like oh god, I this is on the tip of my tongue. I just can't remember what you said.
I don't know.
I would guess it was before the tape was rolling, so we'll never know.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll leave it up to everyone's imagination what Brett said he would do for a sausage
Yeah.
kolache.
If I had a recording for all the things Tanner said, pre or post show.
Well, we'd be canceled.
Yeah.
My holiday food, let's see. Well, my wife makes me a cherry pie, which is awesome. But the thing that's most surprising to me that I like the most, that I actually look forward to, is she makes cornbread dressing. And I do not like vegetables. So I remember she first started making it, and it has onions and green pepper in it. And I'm just looking at it
Like you don't like any vegetables?
no.
None.
Like, do you even try? Or is it like just like.
I don't like, I'll eat broccoli, I'll eat some carrots, but I don't like vegetables.
Like, you'll just eat like ranch and vegetable tray.
Do you drink some
Yeah.
powdered vegetables to get your nutrients that you may need?
No.
Oh, you should probably look into that.
I did drink some of the ones from, I had,
The pure greens.
yeah, they smell kind of
Smell like sewer, but they
not
taste
great.
good.
Yeah, smelled not great. I did that for a little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
they're not bad.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. I'm saying it does taste good. It doesn't smell good. I'd always, you guys,
There's a lot of things like, especially
it-
like protein, or there's a lot of
Yeah.
things like don't smell it first. Don't smell it in the jug.
Yeah, it smells like a foot. Like
Yeah,
a
it
lot of
smells-
Max Muscle stuff always smelled like a foot.
Yeah.
it smells good. The powder smelled good. Then you put it in the water and you mix it up and you pop it open. You're about to drink it. Then it like hits your nose. What is that? But anyway, so then she makes that all the time. And then I actually look forward to it now, but I never, when she makes it, well, the first time she made it, I was like, I'm not trying that. And she made me try it. And now I look forward to eating it. And I think that's just the most weirdest thing that I actually look forward to eating is the cornbread dressing. But other than that, I really don't. Holiday food's okay. I'm not a huge fan of turkey, so you're always trying to dress it up to make it better than what it is. It's just turkey, I'm not a big fan of it.
I thought your turkey was pretty decent. I had some of
Ah,
your
the
turkey.
turkey was pretty decent. It turned out well.
It was carved nicely.
Well, thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Look good.
I got a photo of it. It's pretty. It was.
Except there was like zero dark meat. You just saved it all for yourself.
I did. I spatchcocked it, and then I cooked it longer than I was supposed to because I messed up. It got to temp, and then it wasn't time to eat yet, so I went to put it on keep warm on my phone. But you got to double hit the button. I think it's like a fail safe, so you don't accidentally put it on keep warm. And I didn't do that. And then when everybody got there, I'm like, oh, I'm going to go get the turkey. And the turkey was at 175, and I'm like, oh, no. But it wasn't dry.
Oh,
It actually turned out really well. Even at 175, it was really juicy.
moist.
Brined it.
That's probably where you got some of the moisture from.
I used Malcolm's brine mix. Not his mix, but his recipe.
Did you butter it?
Did it myself. I did not butter it. Well, I did baste it with just melted butter a little bit every hour. But I think the brine's what really,
I think a brine does help.
yeah.
We did one a couple years ago, and we just like covered it in Duke's mayo, and then seasoned it. Bro, it was so creamy.
Did you watch the Duke's Mayo Bowl?
We were talking about that.
The winning coach gets like a Gatorade bath, but in Duke's Mayo. It's so disgusting.
They, I told you that. I don't remember what game I was watching, and they were having a Duke's mayo eating contest.
Oh, I mean, Duke's Mayo is the best mayo.
Oh, by far. And I'm glad it's finally starting to like be more available in Omaha, because for a while,
You couldn't find it.
yeah.
Where are you finding it at? Because I haven't seen it.
Hy-Vee.
Hy-Vee
Is it
has
that
it. So does actually Just Good Meats has it.
Yeah.
I like that Japanese mayo. I can't think what it's called.
What's in like weird floppy jug?
Yeah.
It really weirds me
It's
out.
like a rubber chicken.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
I can't think what it's called. What's it called?
I don't know, Japanese mayo. I don't even know.
Oh,
It's got a name.
the Japanese mayo is good.
It's really eggy.
Yeah.
But I think Duke's is pretty eggy. That's what makes it better than I think like
I like the Japanese mayo
like
too.
a Hellman's or whatever it is. But I got hooked up on that from Meat Church. But yeah, he did one just slathered in that, and then you just season it. Dude, it was so fucking good.
That's one of those things that as you're doing, you're like, God, I hope this turns out okay.
How'd you cook that one?
We cooked it whole. I just put on. I smoked. I mean, I smoked. I didn't spatchcock it and put it like in a roasting pan.
The spatchcocking, mine wasn't all the way. I thought it was all the way thawed out, but cutting the backbone out of it was a little harder than I thought it was going to be.
It's a pain in the fucking ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not easy. And like I said, I bought those brand new shears, those nice German ones or whatever, and it was still hard.
I bought the Traeger shears. Well, only like $11. I was like, well, let's see what we got here. I thought I was going to break the handle a couple times because I'm just really cranking on it. But then got through her.
Don't feel bad. I paid like the $70 for those German ones, and they didn't. There's like a weird
That
bone.
was just going to be like cutting paper.
Yeah, I thought, I'll just hammer through this thing.
Well, that's because when he did it on that video, he just it was like he was cutting paper, and I'm like,
They must have those sharpener or those things so sharp you just cut fingers off.
yeah, I have no idea because I went back and watched a video like as I butchering the shit out of this turkey. Like, okay, he made this look easy. Am I doing this wrong? And I was like, no, I'm not doing it wrong. I don't know.
And I'm cutting out, and Amber's getting like willy nilly the whole time. I'm gonna lose a finger in this deal.
Yeah, I'm like, just turn your head the other way.
Yeah.
I was battling it. Had the bottom cut off, pulling it back, hold another.
And it wasn't straight. I did not cut it straight by like any means. It was like super fucking crooked.
So the picture, like I have a picture of
I think
it.
that turkey had a scoliosis in my defense.
I had a picture of the turkey when it's done, and it looks pretty. You just can't flip it over because I beat the shit out of that thing underneath.
Well, the nice thing is you don't have to turn it over.
You don't.
You know, I was going to try that thing that Pittman did where he cuts the breastbone out.
I did.
Yeah, I was like kind of fucking with it, and I was like, nah, I'm not going to do it.
Yeah, I saw him do that too after I did mine, and I was like, yeah, I don't think it really.
But he didn't make it look that easy, and he usually makes the shit look easy.
Yeah, I mean, my turkey was already pretty.
Mangled.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try the breastbone thing next time. Just
cut
because
it
I want
out.
to try it.
Yeah. Actually, I have a client of ours that makes meringues every year, and fucking I look forward to Amber and I look forward to those. Meringues.
Those are
so
tough.
good to make.
Yeah.
They're so good though. It's just like, what is it? It's like sugar and
Isn't it egg whites?
egg whites, yeah, and then you have to like slowly. They're so good. And if you chew it up a little bit and then you drink some Diet Coke, it like fizzes in your mouth. It's pretty fucking cool. Yep. Put it in your mouth. But no, that's because my family always does like hors d'oeuvre style food or just snacky stuff. So, and everybody gets grossed out because there's like 3 of us that like pickled herring. Do you guys like pickled herring?
No.
I don't know. Wait, that's the only time I ever eat it is at Christmas at my parents' house.
Actually, you know what? I don't think it's that bad. I think I've had it.
The only
Isn't it
thing
like
is,
sardines, kind of.
no, it's just like herring in like big slabs, just like in a pickling.
Yeah. I was thinking sardines or.
Somebody says it, and I'm just, yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, but the only hard part is you don't know if it's bad or good because it's pickled. And my mom makes this like cream cheese dip. It's like cream cheese with like cocktail sauce and little shrimps on it.
Yeah.
And I don't know why. I like that too, but yeah, the meringues I probably look forward to. I made the shotgun shells again for my family Christmas.
Out of chicken though, again.
I used chicken again, but I put seasoning in this time. It was way better. The only thing is I couldn't find the maple bacon, and Amber said that was the only thing that was missing.
We always do a brunch, and Nicole made a bunch of like jellies and jams.
Yeah, the difference between jelly and jam.
I do.
Yeah, you do.
She hates it
you
when I tell
explain,
that.
please?
She hates it when I tell that joke.
Explain the story, please.
What, the jelly and jams? One's made of like fruit preservatives, and the other one's actually made of fruit, I believe, right?
That is true.
Yeah.
Is that what we're talking about, though?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know what Tanner's talking about. Yeah, overall, it was good Christmas food, though.
Yeah.
You know what? I want to make pizza for Christmas because I like pizza.
Like a Christmas tree-shaped pizza?
I don't know. You know, I think I just want an excuse to buy a pizza oven.
One of those unis?
Yeah.
The one that, I think, from what I heard, if you're going to get the one that opens.
The problem is, I think I'm going to get fat. If I
Okay, well, you're married now. You can get fat as fuck if you want to.
I always think I'm getting fat, and I always get yelled at.
No, I don't think you're going to get fat if you make pizza. But back to the unis.
Don't Don't put that on me.
Don't you put that on me, Ricky.
All right, I'll make another pizza. I don't.
Well,
Those things are pretty
because
cool.
I got one of those pizza ovens too, and you can you cook it in like 2 minutes.
Well, what you're good at? What brand was yours? We were trying to figure it out the other day, but you were zero
I
help
don't know.
as he is still now.
How do you not remember what you?
It was the pellet one. So you put pellets in a firebox and then you heat it up that way.
But I think there's multiples that do that because some of them does your stone come out?
The stone's in there.
But does it come out?
Like I can lift it out, but you're not taking
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think there's somewhere that tray might not come out.
Yeah. So this when I put the thing together, it slides in there and then is locked in, but I can lift it out if I wanted to. But you just put it in there and then you put the pizza peel on it.
Yeah. I can never remember the peel.
Because for a while I did start when all my family used to come over. None of us really cared for turkey, so my brother and sister and I were like, "Well, let's start making pizza." Then my mom got all, "It's not really like real Christmas because you guys are making pizza."
Well, she moved to Florida, so
Yeah, no. Now we're going back to pizza.
Yeah, no, I looked at those, and that was that Uni brand makes one where the whole top unclips, so you can get it out that way. So it's not as if you want to take it out that way, so it's not as difficult to get in or out. You can clean it up better. But yeah, they do it in 2 or 3 minutes. What are they 700 degrees?
Between 7 and 8.
And does there spin or is it just sit? Not all of them spin either.
No, you have to
Spin it
You
yourself.
have to go and move it.
Yeah, because some of them will actually just spin. I had one of those. Do you remember the pizzazz pizza things?
Yeah.
I used to crush Totino's off that thing. So good.
Somebody was telling me that you can buy dough from Rotella's.
You just make your dough, dude. It's not that hard.
Well, maybe if you don't. I've seen a lot of videos on making.
Well, I
dough,
shouldn't say that. I don't make pizza dough. My wife does, so maybe it is
I
hard.
think you
I
gotta
just
make
don't
it-
know.
You got to make it the night before, right? So
Yeah.
you got to have it. So it's got to because it's got to sit for a couple hours or something.
And then you put it in the fridge.
See, I'm not trying to be doing all that planning. All right, I'm just trying to roll out there.
Dude, you should see my kitchen. When my wife's baking breads and stuff, it's there's saran wrap, or she'll put the plastic wrap over things for the rise and stuff, and there's marker times on everything because it's impossible to keep track of.
Exactly. I'm not. I'd rather just go to Rotella's and buy the dough.
Just making breads and soups, getting all fat and sassy. That fucking old lady is so great. That clip went around the internet the other day. Again. Just at home, having breads and soups.
And then I'm watching Dave Portnoy pizza review videos, and I'm like, man, I want to make my own pizza.
He annoys me.
You don't like Dave Portnoy?
No, I don't.
Why?
I don't know. When I hear his voice, I'm just like, fuck. It's like Ben Shapiro. When I hear his voice, I'm just
I think I like Dave Portnoy because he's pretty abrasive.
yeah. I just think he's kind of a dude.
When he gets in an argument with that dude outside that pizza restaurant, fuck you, fuck you. Just keeps yelling at him.
Oh, that is pretty funny.
When he went to Valentino's in Lincoln, and that kid rolls up, that pizza tastes like dog shit. And he was like, really? No, man, it ain't that bad. It's like, wow, that went from dog shit to not that bad.
What did he score that one?
I was like, what, a 5 point something.
Yeah, it
whatever
wasn't good.
But Valentino's is
I can't believe he went to Valentino's when he was here. You know how many good pizza places
well,
we
but
have?
that's a staple of Husker football, though. Their Valentino's, and that's the only time I ever eat Valentino's pizza is at Husker football games.
Yeah.
It does taste better at a football game.
It's the only time I ever eat an actual Runza is at a Husker football game, 99% of the time. Otherwise,
Runzas
I'm
are
getting
great.
hamburgers at Runza.
So I was trying to talk Nicole into doing the kolaches, but do a Runza kolache.
with the cabbage in it and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a long, for people out there, the dozens of fans that haven't had a Runza, it's just a big kolache. Really.
I think more people probably had Runzas than kolaches.
You think we're in multiple countries.
We're in 18 countries, actually.
Yeah.
I don't think they had Runzas. Runza's only in the Midwest, basically, isn't it?
Yeah, we're in 18 countries.
We're in more places than Runza.
I think
We are bigger than Runza.
that's probably true.
But no, I think Runza's only Midwest. I don't think it goes.
It's only Nebraska.
No, there's none in Kansas. They have Kansas.
Well,
and
I know,
Iowa.
but it's
But I think it's a 5 or 6 state area. I don't think they go east or
I
west
think they
coast.
had one in Colorado and they closed it.
Yeah, I don't think they go east and west coast. So
Well, I think the biggest fast food.
take it back.
Oh, I'm sorry. The biggest fast food place in America is Subway.
I did see that how many locations they had.
It's a lot.
More than McDonald's.
I fucking hate Subway.
More than McDonald's and.
Well, Subway isn't bad, but you always smell like burned bread when you go in there.
I'm not a big fan of Subway either.
I don't like Subway.
I like Firehouse.
There's 10,000 restaurant places or sandwich places that are better than
I
Subway.
like Little King.
Little King is pretty solid, but Little Kings are always kind of dirty too.
Jersey Mike's are.
When's the last time you were in one?
It's been a while, but it's the one over off like Millard Ave there, the older one.
There's a newer one off of like 85th in Dodge, and it's very nice.
Jersey Mike's is good.
Jersey Mike. The first time I ate it, I wasn't that hooked up on it, but it's a lot better. And they just opened one over by our house.
Now, I will tell you, if you ever want to be a giant fat ass, like every sandwich I've ever gotten from there is way over 1,000 calories per. Is fucking witch.
I haven't eaten a
I
Witch
do
Witch for a minute.
I like some Witch Witch too.
Oh, I know, but they're like
That's very good. Yeah.
they're really good, but like
I haven't been there in a long time.
Penn Station
yeah, because
good too.
like I think the last one I had from there was like 1,600 calories in a sandwich.
Isn't
You
there
can't
only
eat that
one in
every day.
Omaha? No, there's two, isn't there? There's one.
There's one over 76, isn't it?
Yeah,
And there's one underneath like 114th
14th and Dodge.
14th and
Oh yeah,
Dodge.
114. That's what I was thinking of. Yeah.
I was thinking the one in Papillion.
Yeah.
Have you been
Which
to Penn
is good
Station?
though.
Penn Station, you can get good fries too.
Yeah.
Haven't been there. Where's that at?
168th and Center by Crumble Cookie.
Pepper Jacks for Phillies is the best.
I don't even ever get Phillies. I just get the bowls. And have you ever got the fry bowl?
I've not got a fried bowl. I normally get a bowl too, but
That was like a secret item for like a while. Like I didn't even know about it. It was like Brian Benzel told me about it. He's like, dude, you can get a bowl that's all fries. You fucking believe it?
Who knows about this is Fat Chris talking, the bottomless plate they used to have at Popeyes that wasn't on the menu.
what?
Oh, you didn't know about this?
No.
Do they still have it?
No. You'd go in there and it wasn't on the menu. This has probably been 10 years ago. We get that bottomless plate and they'd look at you like, how'd you know? And then it was everything pretty much. You could get much chicken, as much.
How much was
whatever.
it?
It was like $12, I think.
Well, now it'd be like 40.
Probably.
Was there a
It was
time limit?
so amazing. No.
Dude, they're like dirty rice, which I don't think they have anymore. Someone told me.
Their red beans and rice is good though.
Red beans and rice is good, but I do like red beans and rice.
I'm going to Google the bottomless plate at Popeyes.
There,
See what
I
pops
think
up.
overall, I don't have anything I don't like at Popeyes.
Popeyes is great. The only thing about Popeyes is that every time you drive by one, the line is forever long because they are the slowest.
Dude, remember that chicken sandwich came out and people were like getting fights in the drive-thru?
Yeah, well, so
It is good though.
my Anthony, him and I wanted one, and I sat in the drive-thru for like 45 minutes to bring them home.
Dude, they're juicy.
Yeah, they were good. I mean, it's definitely worth it, but
I like to go there and I like their chicken cold like next day. It's still good.
they sold out of that thing, like nationwide.
Oh yeah. We went to the Popeyes up off like Ames one time up in north. Me and a buddy of mine, we were living up there with Amber, and him and I go get food, and we're like, "Hey, can we get like a 8-piece and whatever?" Because they used to have to stay open until like their chicken was gone.
Yeah.
He's like, "All right, man, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give you a 12-piece and 4 biscuits for the same price. Is that cool?" And we're like, "Yeah, okay." And he's like, "All right, drive around twice, stop the second time." I was like, "All right, man, whatever, dude. It's great for me." So, yeah, got some extra pieces of chicken that way. But I think they're the best chain chicken that I've had. KFC used to be good, but man, them places are always grimy now.
Yeah, KFC's gross.
They used to have really good bowls back in the day, though.
And I used to know too many people who worked at a KFC, so I could never eat there again.
And do you remember back in the day when Taco Bell had their border bowls? Those were good too. Do you remember the border bowls at Taco Bell?
I don't remember the border bowl.
What did you find out, Chris?
I found that some locations still did it, but it
Really? How much was it?
In Omaha?
no. There's only
Probably the South.
country,
It's probably the South.
but they all stopped doing it. I think maybe 2017.
Haters gonna hate, dude.
Is that why you like started not getting fat? Is because at
No, it was
bottomless?
before. It was before that. It was before that I stopped being fat. But
It'd be
I
really
didn't know.
hard.
It was a guy I worked with that wasn't fat, and he was like, "Oh man, we should go to Popeyes." I'm like, "Yeah, man, they got a food at Popeyes for me." I'm trying to,
I ain't trying to be thin.
he was like, "He's like, oh no, you can get the bottomless plate now." Oh, what did you say? Yes, we can. Let's do it.
Did you get kicked out?
No. It was.
Have you ever been kicked out of a buffet or restaurant?
You have, haven't you?
Yeah, we got kicked out of the buffet at Caesars in Vegas. I didn't know there was time limits on New Year's Eve.
I remember when I was a kid and we used to.
So it wasn't for eating too much?
No, Neil Magny was with us. He fought the night before, and he was very upset. So he started snagging fruit off the tables as we left. But yeah, that's kind of fucked up. They didn't tell us when we came, and it's not cheap to go to buffets in Vegas.
No, it's not.
Because it was their New Year's buffet too, so it was like fucking like almost $100 a person to eat.
We used to skip school and go to the casino for breakfast buffet.
My buddy and I.
They would always, hey, we're about to start lunch soon. You guys have to leave.
Did any of you guys ever go to Chances Are?
No, what is that?
Chances Are is it was in York. It was they had buffet like on Sunday, like a brunch buffet. We'd meet my uncle down there. So we came from Lincoln, they came from Norfolk, and they would all time it to get there like at 10 o'clock to where you eat breakfast.
Through lunch.
So you ate breakfast, and then like as you're finishing your breakfast, they're transferring it over to the lunch and got the fried chicken and everything out. Yeah, it was very well timed.
Yeah, a friend of mine, my mom used to have to do these like meetings for her job. And they were over when it was still Harvey's Casino before it was.
That's when I used to go there.
Was it before it was Harrah's, right?
Harvey's was the first, yeah. When they started the boat rolling.
Yeah, so we stayed there, and we figured out if we went down like 15 minutes before, you could pay for breakfast, but stay through lunch.
Yeah, that's what we used to try to do, but they kind of caught on, and we were just high school kids skipping school.
And you got to and also if you're going to stay there for a long time and you're going to poop, somebody has to stay at the table. You have to take turns, or they're going to clear that fucking table on you. Mm-hmm. These are just words for people to live by out there.
We're here to educate.
Yeah. There's a casino I'll give a bathroom rating right now. I had to poop at MGM in Vegas, and I give that bathroom like fucking 2 poop emojis.
That's it?
Really?
Yeah, because the stalls are really small, and I was in there, and there was a guy next to me doing something, I don't know what, but he dropped like poopy toilet paper next to my foot.
Ugh.
And I was like, this is not okay.
Was that a signal?
I mean, hey, I'm out of toilet paper. No, and he was standing up, so he must have been doing like some reconnaissance work in there.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. 2 poop emojis.
Did you leave it there for a while, or did you get it right away?
It was like right by my foot, dude.
I mean,
Did you just kick it back over there or what?
No, because it was like poop side towards me.
Ugh.
Yeah.
That's fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
And
Did you kick the fucking door in on him when you left?
No, because I had just got in there. So he was still in there doing work or he left. I was still there doing work when he left.
Oh, I would have fucking kicked the goddamn door in on him.
Yeah. Two poop emojis for that one. The one that's right in the casino. Not good. Not good.
I did not enjoy the last time I went to Vegas.
Really?
I did not like it. Yeah.
It's fucking dirty.
They've shuffled some of the riffraff around.
The card people?
The card. No, they're still out there. But there for a while, there was they had like a lot of the homeless people like in like just like the strip area, but they've kind of moved them around, I think.
I think the thing that kind of ruined it for me is I get it, weed's legal, but I'd like some fresh air every now and again.
You go outside just to smell the weed?
That's all it is. You can't, if you're on the strip, it just smells like weed.
When you see those kids like smoking in the casinos too, like where they're not supposed to be smoking. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's just everywhere there.
Are there non-smoking sections of the casino?
Well, I think you can smoke, but I don't think you can smoke weed in the casinos.
No.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just you go out there and it's just like, oh man, it's so overwhelming and powerful that you're just like, I'm trying to enjoy my time here and not.
Vegas is like one of the like coolest, most impressive, like has really cool like architecture. You know what I mean? Like things, and then at the same time, it's just like the most disgusting, fucking trashy shitbag people that are there too. And I'm just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
It is pretty.
Because it's not cheap to go to Vegas anymore, so I don't understand how.
It is not cheap to go to Vegas. I remember the first time I went there, I was like, man, this is really cheap. That's the first thing I thought.
You flew out there for $99.
Yeah.
Round trip.
Yeah.
It's just, and yeah, it's not that anymore. It's like a couple, $300-$400 to fly out there. Unless you're going to fly drive to somewhere and fly out of
Grand Island and fly. What's that freaking thing?
Frontier, where it's like Southwest's like old plane, like whatever they're flying there, like hand-me-downs.
And then you have a carry-on? That'll be extra. Oh, you like water? That would be extra.
I have some family that lives out in Vegas, and we went a few years back, and my mom and sister stayed longer, so Amber and my dad flew back with me. And so we flew Southwest out there, and then we flew like Frontier on the way back. And my dad hadn't flown since like 2001. And this was probably like 2017 or 6, whatever this was. And I was telling him, I was like, dude, these fucking, I don't want to fly Frontier. These fucking planes are all old and shitty. We get on the plane, he's like, it don't look bad. I was like, dude, these fucking seats are still bolted to the fucking floor. Are you looking around at this thing? This place is a shithole. There's probably still ashtrays on the fucking arms. You know what I mean? Like, this place sucks. Okay. We really ventured away from holiday food there somehow.
What's the longest flight you've ever been on?
I think 4 hours.
That's probably the furthest I've ever flown is probably 4 hours because thinking about flying internationally is just does not sound appealing at all.
I mean, I had the Dallas to Mexico or whatever, or to the Dominican, whatever we did. But like, yeah, usually there's like 4 hours.
Yeah, I'm talking like flying to New Zealand. 7
I feel like I'd want to try to
hours.
save up and just fly first class. I feel like that's like the best way to do it, but it's super expensive.
I think if you're flying internationally, you definitely want to fly first class or at least
Like
Your
business
own,
class.
your own room, one of those planes where you have your own little.
that'd be
suite.
nice. You take a nap.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what.
I would really like to go to a lot of places, but yeah, I just have a really hard time being on a plane that long.
There's that too, and like the world's kind of a fucking mess right now, and like I just don't know like where to go.
Isn't it? Do you think it's always been a mess, and we just hear about it more now? And
I
then
think a lot of stuff
what
is-
you hear about now, what's true that
Well,
you're hearing about.
Yeah, but like Europe's a mess.
Europe is kind of, well, I don't know. You see what you see on the news and you see what you see on social media. Then there's people that, I follow some YouTube channels and they're in the UK and it doesn't really they don't really make it seem as, I mean, granted, they're just showing their best life on
Right.
YouTube, but they don't really make it seem like it's as bad as everyone thinks it is. You know what I mean? So I wonder what it's really like. Because we don't really know because we don't live there and we don't know anybody personally that lives there.
Yeah,
You'd have to ask somebody that actually lives there to say, oh, how is it there?
yeah.
Instead of just going off of,
I don't know. I think a lot of things have probably gone on forever, whether it's around the world, politically, whatever. I think just with 24-hour news and social media, it's blown up and magnified.
Well, in the United States, a lot of people today think it's like the most dangerous time we've ever had.
It's actually criminally, it's the safest time we've had.
It is
crime, I mean.
Like the 90s were the most dangerous time we've had in modern time. It was like the wild, wild west. And that's when we all grew up. We just didn't know about it.
Yeah.
that's what I say this now because when I was growing up, I remember sitting out on the porch hearing gunfire and people screaming, and where I lived and I, whatever. You guys want to go to the lake and fish at night, and
Yeah.
listen to gunfire. Now it just seems like I don't want my kids going down there and hanging out in that area that I actually grew up in because I thought it was just normal. I thought it wasn't a big deal, and it's just funny to me how things change as you get older.
Well, that's why I lived kind of in that area for a while, and
Yeah.
I never had any, you know what I mean? Like, you always hear about it's bad, like on the local news, and I never had any problems there.
I was a freshman in high school in '95, and I remember in the summers where I lived, and I just remember being outside and hearing the tires screeching, people screaming, gunfire. And it was like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, there's two sides to every story.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. So that's why I've kind of, and I've been to Mexico, I've been to the Dominican. I don't care if I go back. Doesn't excite me to go down
Yeah,
there.
there were a couple
Jamaica.
places.
Jamaica was nice.
Jamaica's like my favorite trip.
Mm.
I want to go to the pyramids, but I'm pretty sure I'll get kidnapped.
Why do you think you'll get kidnapped?
But I stick out like a sore thumb.
There's no way they're going to get a bag over that head. It's not happening. They have to bring like a fucking hefty bag.
I don't think you're who they're trying to kidnap.
Maybe not.
Probably not.
I mean, I'd like to go to Ireland, Scotland. I think that'd be cool.
Oh yeah.
But
You always
And there's-
see on the social medias that the pyramids are annoying because there's always scammers there trying to get you to ask you to, I'll show you the cool part, and they're trying to get you to pay them money.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. Yeah.
And the Azores Islands. That's one place I really want to go.
where's that?
It's off the coast of Portugal. It's actually close. It's like right in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. So you could it's actually a closer flight, I think, from the East Coast than from Portugal, but no one flies there. They only fly there from Portugal.
Oh, like a puddle jumper or something, or what?
I mean, I think it's, probably not a huge plane. But that's where a guy I listen to thinks that the Azores Islands used to be Atlantis.
Can you go to those Atlantis resorts? Those are all over the
In
place.
the Bahamas?
Yeah, aren't those all over the place, or is it just the Bahamas?
I don't know. They had the one for the kids with all the water slides. I think it's in the Bahamas or something.
Yeah, I'm definitely not going to that one.
No.
You hate children.
Yeah.
Who wants to hang out with kids on? I have kids. I don't want to go somewhere where there's kids on vacation.
You know, and I don't wish ill
I agree.
will on
Yeah.
kids. I just don't like them.
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't have liked myself when I was younger. See? At least I don't segregate. I wouldn't even like myself. It's fine. Well, we got that really ironed out there.
the holiday
The holiday foods
and
and
the combine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
a bathroom rating.
And I'm sorry that the Popeyes bottomless plate is no longer a thing.
Me too.
Yeah, I feel like I should have learned about that.
I'm
really actually
surprised
glad
that
I didn't.
I didn't know about it until.
Yeah,
it was
who are
almo- it
you in
was
the fat
almost
guy
too-
community?
Almost too late.
You know, it's
before I
because
knew
there
about
probably
it.
wasn't like the internet, like wasn't as prevalent. They probably have like a fat guy Facebook page you could have been on.
Yeah, there's probably something like that now.
Yeah, it's better that it's like that instead of like audio because it's just a bunch of heavy breathing.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Tying my shoes.
Just sitting here.
Why are you breathing hard? Oh, I'm thinking about it. I got to walk up the steps later. Really disappointed about it. Like, man.
Knew I should have came down here. All right, guys, we appreciate you listening. Like, subscribe, share, and we'll see you guys next time.